hearty greeting to you one and all on this fine day. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and we actually have a day with our second day in a row without rain here in about 16 days. And there's still supposed to be some coming in, but I think we'll get through this video today. So we've got us a pretty cool pay dirt to do. And before we do that, though, let's jump into a little business, YouTube business. I have to say thank you so much to Mike at Gold Nugget Sales for the gold vlog, his channel on YouTube that he put out, featuring my pay dirt, Bill's Trash and Treasure, and Carson Prospecting, and Miller Prospecting. Very cool to see my dirt on his channel, and him putting the beads, messing with the beads. That was hilarious. So thank you so much for that, Mike. And if y'all are interested in pay dirt from me, you can contact me on the Bayou Gold Guy 79 Gmail. Also, a shout out to Doug Odette and Sandy Odette, who reproduced my enchilada video for themselves at home and did a great job, made a really funny and good video on it. I'll leave a link to that as well, like Mike's, in the description if y'all want to check that out. Came out really good, so thank you so much for that, Doug and Sandy. Y'all did a great job. And then finally a shout out for Banshee Mining, who is pushing her 420th subscriber coming up. So she's doing a 420 special giveaway. So make sure, if you're not subscribed to Banshee Mining, which I think everybody should be, she's been part of the community, and a great part of the community for a long time, a lot longer than I've been in here for sure. And so thank you again, Banshee. I've talked with her and in person as well, and she's a great person, and like I said, a very generous and great person to the community. So just wanted to get those out of the way while I was thinking of them before I forgot. So, and actually one of the shout outs from Gold Nugget Sales videos is what we are into today. So let's turn right to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana. Our table, where X marks the spot for a couple of bags that we have that we're doing today from Bill's Trash and Treasure. So what we have is 2 bags. Actually, I bought an order from, they've got their pay dirt website now for Bill's Dirt. And this bag, you can buy the Herkimer diamonds just straight up in the bag for $9, or you can have gold added to it. So this bag, I added it was $9 for the diamonds. I added half a gram of gold, which brought it up to $55 for the bag, postage paid. Y'all know I don't count postage on my order, so we'll be taking off some for that value. I ordered this bag, and then I ordered a bag of Bill's Dirt, which is the bigger bag. It's a half-gram bag. Also, $55 postage paid on it as well. So my order came out to $103 total, postage paid on this. So I mean, just straight off the top, I take off $10 for an order, you know, on a box. So that's, you know, brings the material cost on all this down to $93. She threw in for me, very cool, a bag. You can see it's dark print on it if I can get it to turn right, but it says the Hooper Mine Garnets, Johnsburg, New York, and it says bag number 3. And this is a bag of raw rough garnets that she made up. So I've never dealt with these, so that's gonna be cool. I've never done with this. Like I said, this is our 80th episode of Pay Dirt Reviews. Or I think it's actually our 171st download to the channel, but I only count my videos, episodes, for the actual Pay Dirt Reviews. And this is number 80. So, like I said, 80 in the in wedding anniversaries is the oak, diamond, and pearl. So we're focusing on the diamond special for our 80th video here. So yeah, so very cool that she packed that up and sent me this. And then on the back of the bag it says, "Thank you, Jan." And thank you, Jan. So thank you, Jan. And let's get our water set up, and we will get into this and see what we get out of it. All All right, we've got our water set up. You can see we've got Carson representing back there in the back with our. Yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks here working on America, my friends. That's why we're dealing with gold today and diamonds. And of course, you can probably guess that Herkimer diamonds are not really diamonds that you're going to be buying for $9 a bag, but they are considered a rare quartz. It's actually called I think it was called a transverse quartz, but it started forming over 500 million years ago in deposits up in Herkimer County, New York, and they grow almost independently from formations in clays, and like almost on their own. So their rarity makes them desirable and a collectible thing for a lot of gem and rock hunters. And they are a very cool. You can see some sticking out already right there. There is one standing out, and they tend to have that growth like a gold with the. You can see it makes for a very glassy, clear, beautiful stone. So that's going to be really. There's another one right there. Look at that one. That's beautiful. Well, where is it? Where am I? Well, we'll be checking them out. So you're gonna let me scale back. There we go. So all right, well let's start by classifying this down, since we do have some gold, and we're going to be trying to get those diamonds free of a lot of this other stuff. And it's not a very big bag, so it's very dusty. But yeah, that's pretty cool that they are from Herkimer County, is why they have the name. And boy, you can just see that stuff shining in there. Look at that. Very cool. Meanwhile, while we're looking at diamonds, look at that big flake of gold right there in the middle. So, all right. So let's just kind of take our pan here, get a little closer to see, and see about. Let's see, can we get closer than that and still get a shot? Keep the shot in. And pick out some of these stones. That may be too close. Again, those are some nice, very cool. This phone does seem to have a problem getting zooms in whenever it's got background stuff on it. But yeah, some nice, like I said, we'll be looking at them when we. But there's quite a few of them in here. I was expecting, a few pieces, but we've already got 6 of them out of it, and there's quite a few more left. Different shapes. Oh man, look at that nice piece of gold right there. Get that to zoom in. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful piece of gold. Very nice. That's in our plus kitchen strainer size too. So we got diamonds and gold. And I see more gold falling over here on the side, showing right there's another little flake showing up. Yeah. Boy, there is some gold in this. All right, let's back out because I'm not even keeping it in the right spot as I'm looking at the stuff and not looking at the camera. But yeah, I am seeing little flakes of gold. Look, there's another nice chunk. Right there, gold. So, all right, we've gotten a good number of the diamonds out. We are going to go ahead and look at there. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. Very cool. Set them way over to the side where they're safe. Considering y'all see me dump gold and silver in the last month, very, very shameful act. Like I said, first thing I learned when I started doing this from David Goldbay, his 2 rules. No gold leaves house until the money's in, and always protect the gold. and yes, I did not do that. So let's start. Oh, we've scooted around here. Let's get our stuff back in place and just check this out. I'd be interested to see how the diamonds hold, because they're, as far as their density compared to the rock or the gold. Some very neat material in this too. You can see it looks like it's pretty clean. Some New York dirt from Bill's Dirt. Like I said, they've started. She always sold Jan's Paydirt on of her YouTube channel. Bill's Trash and Treasure, of course, is Bill's Dirt is their channel, and but now they actually have a site where you can go in and get their products, and they've got a pretty cool variety of stuff to choose from. And like I said, you can pick the amount of gold you want in some of the bags that they have, depending on you know, the variety you're looking. Look at that gold popping up there on top of that pan. That's why you always stratify. If you're new to watching this stuff and going, why are they always shaking that pan? Because that gold is heavier and you want it to sink down between all those rocks and materials, and hold at the bottom of the pan while you wash your stuff away. Thing is, when you're dealing with lighter material, you got to be careful, because gold will want to carry with the lighter material, like those flakes are popping up on top there in this stuff. And yes, we do have our jet dry in the water. See, and then you have stuff like that looks like a piece of gold. That looked like a piece of diamond. That's something silver, but neither one of those was gold or diamond. And again, congratulations to the winners of last week's live chat giveaway. 406 Miner, Tomcat Prospecting, and Chef V. That's very cool. Tomcat has won before on the channel. Chef V and 406 Miner were new winners on the channel, so that's cool. Kind of spread it around. And like I said, as we are pushing to 500 right now, pretty close. I think we're at the 465 or so level, depending on what YouTube pulls or leaves on. So probably in the next video or so, or one in between the next 2 weeks, if not, we'll be kicking off a big guess the weight giveaway for the 500. Some cool prizes, and like I say, it'll be running longer. Most of my last guess the weights have only run for barely, not even a full week, I don't think, because I was cutting them short to try to get them in for the, whatever reason we were doing them for a video or for a date, whatever it was. But this time I'm going to make sure it has a chance to run for at least a couple of weeks to get everybody a chance to get in and guess on it if they want to. Because I know between last week and this week, there's been 5 channels I've had to go back through and resubscribe to that are regular channels that I, have been watching, some of them for years, and some of them, almost brand new, that, I don't know what that's about, but you got to check your stuff, because they do just drop them and you don't know. But man, look at that gold. That is gorgeous. And we got some diamonds in there too that held up there at the top. You can see some little clear. See, they look black in the water. They look clear or diamondy. I'm not sure if the black pieces are diamonds too. We're going to pull them out and throw them in there just to compare. But I'm not seeing any more big clear ones like we were finding there with the tweezers. There's another one that looks very, it tends to look clear in the water, but you pull it out and it's very black. But yeah, check out that beautiful gold. Like I said, this is the half-gram edition on it, and that is a nice pile of some gold right there. Let's see if that's gonna snuff her up. We're gonna have to load it by hand. There we go. Just makes it. So all right. Well, I'm not seeing any more diamonds in there. So that was very cool. Now we got our under kitchen strainer. Let's check it out and see what our magnet. Oh boy, that kind of startled me hearing that jump off of here. Look at that. That is a good little amount of black sand in there for this size bag. And you can see it's got all kinds of stuff sticking to it as well that are holding. There's enough to grip that magnet. So, all right, well, let's mix it back up in there good, and we'll split this one up into 2 pans. Like I said, even the fine stuff under kitchen strainer, where you usually get the most organics and mud and silts, it's still pretty clean. But yeah, it's a very dark dirt and very grainy kind of zoom out, pay attention. A very fine silt, grainy, I guess, pulverized up there like the glacial tills, and that's just awesome to even think about that was all up there, was under over 2 miles of ice buried, just grinding away at the ground. That the earth is still literally bouncing back from the weight of the ice, from receding back over 10,000 years, and it's still rebounding from the compression of the crust, from the huge weight of ice. But that's why they grounded that gold down to dust, apparently. But that is cool that this is this is a specific locale where the Herkimer diamonds come from. In Herkimer, named after Herkimer County, New York. Jen said they're not near the city. They're out in the rural areas, so they're not fortunately subject to the horrors that we see in New York, I hope. And LA, Seattle, Chicago, Pittsburgh. You can just sit there and list 50 destroyed, disgusting cities, pathetic. But they got a spot, and 500 million years in the making. That's that's pretty cool. Basically predates all any more complex than single cell life on the planet at the time. So still doesn't beat gold, but that's cool. All right, we're getting down to the bottom here. Now we're going to have a little bit of black sand to find. I'm seeing some flakes of gold showing up on the side there. Like I said, when you got the lighter material, especially if you got a chance at some fine gold, I think you want to go real easy with it, because it can carry. It kind of rides piggyback, it seems like, sometimes on that stuff. I don't know, more so than the heavier. Sometimes when it's heavier stuff, you know, you're washing it hard enough to get the heavier material out, and you're washing your gold away. But sometimes it's just the opposite. When you got really light material, at least what that I've found, it seems like you kind of have to deal with the opposite with it, where it, like I said, it almost wants to kind of carry it along with the lightness of it. When the gold, and depending on the kind of material it is, if it's the stuff that gold can actually ride on, or if it's a real fine silt, you know. There's all kinds of variations in these pay dirts. Each one is, that's why each one's unique. Unless you're like buying from Lynch, and then you can pretty much count them all of them being the same. Speaking of Lynch, we have to give a big congratulatory shout out to Mr. John R. Prospecting. Lucky son of a bitch, won the big Black Label Nugget bucket Sunday night. Talking to him on the phone, telling him I'd ordered some. I hadn't done any Vulture in a while. I did the Vulture order. Did the thing where they mail me back, and I got a second bag for, you know, 16 something instead of 17 something with the free shipping thrown in. Do a comparison to see how it is, and like half the time when I talk to John or he brings up something to me, he ended up getting on the site while I'm on the phone with him, and ordered him up his Black Label jar that he was gonna do, you know, and calls me up the next morning at 8 in the morning. It's like, son of a bitch, you're not gonna believe. And sure enough, he had got. I was like, damn it, yeah, if you hadn't entered that up, that might have been my prize you took. but yeah, that's there's been times John would call, I talked to him on the phone before it was over, you know, we're putting in a, you know, $300 order for Miners Depot or Lynch Mining, or, you know. we kind of tend to prompt each other. But yeah, how cool is that, winning and his name's on the, I'll put the screenshot of his name on there. Since he did, I mean, he used to use his full name on his channel, so everybody pretty much knows who he is. I don't think I'll be giving away anything. But how cool, very cool. So that'll be interesting to see. And look at that gold showing up there, man. This is some nice gold in this bag, I have to say. I mean, that is beautiful. Nice chunky pieces, some small stuff. So let's get that pulled out. But yeah, now it's kind of gotten something going on with, because of course Vendetta started commenting on it, and the Nugget bucket, and talking about doing a bucket battle, and him and John R. and myself seeing who ends up with the better ROI from him, trying to, you know, getting all the. I suggested Miners Depot. Get a $500 Miners Depot rather than a $504 Lynch Mining bucket, because you're paying $40 shipping on it to start off with, and for more dirt, and it's in a bucket. But you can get, for $16, you can get a bag, you know, about an 8 or 10 pound bag from Miners Depot for $16. So you're already ahead in money put out that way. And that way, I think it would be cool to do a, you know, challenge giveaway. Guess the weight for each channel, each bag. So we're going to see about, I mean, it's about time. A year ago is when we were doing the Miners Depot network. And it's coming up again. I was interrupted with Hurricane Ida, which we are in our 1 year anniversary month right now, coming up on it in a couple of weeks from the disaster that hit. But, I think that'd be a fun three-way channel battle. Like I said, it will be interesting to see. I'm waiting to see what John gets on his Lynch bucket that he gets. I think he'll probably jump that one ahead of the list and get into it pretty quick when it comes in, just because it's a prize bucket. And we're wondering, would it be the same as, now he'd have to buy another bucket and see if he got the same amount from the the prize bucket as he gets from the one that they sell, you know, for $504. But I just don't want to give Lynch $500. You know, I'd rather give my $500 to Mike Vendetta or Miners Depot or Gold Nugget Sales for sure. Or Bill's Trash and Treasure. Here that we're damn it! I keep staying zoomed in, dumbass. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, I've got a new holder. I've been working with a taped phone holder on my tripod for the last 6 months since the cat knocked it over and broke it, and I had to tape it into place. And I just got a new one in, so it's kind of a different kind of. It positions differently on the tripod, so I've got it pulled farther back away, and I don't have the view of it like I had on my other one. I got to get used to it, but. So yeah, though, Mike Vendetta, John R. Prospecting, always keeping it fun. So leave your comments if you think we ought to pursue that. And also, the very cool thing also on, again, I'll leave the link in the description for the Gold Vlog channel for Mike at Gold Nugget Sales. But on top of doing showing the pay dirts from my channel, and like I said, Bill's Trash and Treasure and Miller and Carson Prospecting, he's also introducing his 107% ROI bag that he's going to put out, and is going to give away a nice bag of gold to whoever comes up with a name that to put on the bag for the new gold. And however many thumbs up it gets on the video will determine, because I think it's going to determine the winner. I'm not sure if he's going to have a final say on it, or if it's, hopefully they won't put out some whack name that everybody votes on just for the sake of it. It's some. I made two suggestions. I think I suggested, because he doesn't have his name on any of his pay dirts. They all have cool names of, for the dirts, but I was thinking he needs a bag that has his name on it. So I think it'd be good to have this one called Mike's Best. I think was one of my suggestions. Mike's Best, the 107% special, or the other would be Mike's Special Select, 107%. But I'd like to see his name on it, just because he definitely deserves a little notoriety on the wonderful stuff he puts out, and I kind of give it a little bit of personal touch to it. But so yeah, if y'all like those names, follow the link and go there and give me a thumbs up on there, and we'll get some gold. We'll be doing a. I win a bag of his stuff. We'll definitely be doing a big gold giveaway. Maybe even more than a live chat, because I know a lot of people miss out on the giveaways when I do it on the live chats. But it's just fun. And again, it's not really a big deal. It's think of a number, guess the number, and it's kind of fun for the people in the chat, and way to say thank you for people that go to the trouble of actually tuning in when it premieres on Friday night at 8:01 p.m. Central Time for the big show. I think we're on, I don't know, it's like our 30th something week. I missed one Friday of having the Paydirt video. That week I lost Irwin. But we've tried to have a regular show every week. Used to be at 8:31, now it is 8:01 p.m. like I said, on Central Time, if you want to catch it when it's live. And of course, the wonders of YouTube, you can watch it anytime you want to. But yeah, I know a lot of people that miss out on a chance at the giveaways because you can't catch it, you forget, and like many videos that I miss, So yeah, we gotta always throw in a regular, more open, giveaway for the channel. But it's still good to get in those little regular quick giveaways, and it's fun and gives people something to look forward to. Again, we are down. We've got a nice patch of gold here, Sure seems like more than a half a gram that I'm seeing in this. Because I mean, this is some fine gold, but it is also some rather chunky pieces. I'm kind of surprised they even made it through that kitchen strainer size. It looks like they just, some of those flat pieces that, you know, they have to turn just the right way to get in the tube or get through the mesh. But check that out. That's that black sand that we had in there holding until the I did not take out. Again, not much, just enough to give you a little bit of a, slow you down a little bit when you're just about to finish off. Make you have to think about it a little. That's always cool. Yeah, man, that's some nice gold. All right. It's taking me a lot longer to get that washed down than I thought it was. So, all right, well, like I said, you can see what we've got there. I'm gonna get this cleaned up, snuff it out, and then we'll dump it out and look at it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, then we'll look at it. Well, all right, I went through my tailings. I did find a few little specks and flakes, a little piece of wire. So definitely want to check and double check anytime you're doing, no matter what size the bag is. Let's see, let's put our snuffer back together so I'm not sucking air. Let's get this stuff rocked down here together and check it out, because man, it is some beautiful gold and some fine gold. Like I said, there was some wire gold. I think we need way more than we needed there, but look at that, man, that is nice. Some beautiful pieces too, very cool shapes. You see how those little ones already washed down to the bottom there. But yeah, that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Jen and Bill, for, like I said, that was a fun little bag. You saw there was a little bit of challenge at the end there around the black sands. Like I said, I started to go through and pick out the little flakes that made it down to the bottom here already. So let's get this cleaned up, snuffered up, and we will take a look at our garnets. All right, well, as a bonus video on the video, let's get into our bonus bag of Hooper Mine garnets. You can see a little better in this light, I think, there with the light on the camera. So very cool. I'm as excited about getting into this as I was the diamond bag, because I've never done garnets either. And that was very nice of Jan and Bill to throw that in for us. So let's just dump it out and see what we have. Like I said, I'm not even sure what I'm looking for in a rough garnet. It looks like I'm seeing one of them standing out on a, that is a garnet that is in the stone right there. How cool is that? Yeah, there you go, get it wet. We're about to wet all this down so we can see what it has. But I guess like right there, that's a black, that's a pretty dark looking piece. I guess that's a rough garnet. How cool. But that is excellent. There's a piece on that side and a piece of garnet embedded in it on that side too. Looks like a flake of gold on there. Showing up in the camera, I don't see it in real life, but yeah, I'm seeing smaller pieces. There's another one that's, once it gets wet, So, all right, well, let's go ahead and put some water in here in the pan. Kick it back a little bit. Pour off some of the dirty water. And some more clean. I don't think we have to worry about any gold in this. I believe this is just a, I mean, I'll look and see, but I don't expect that this is, I think this is just the garnet bag. But yeah, that is an awesome piece. And y'all know I've only gotten the polished garnets that I do from Gold Nugget Sales for my gator eyes. So, well, there's my little hurricane girl. What you doing, sweetie pie? Yeah. Yep, she's become I can pick her up and actually hold her a year later now. Like I said, it's kind of ironic. I've got her, and then another one that looks just like Schrodinger out here that I feed. The one that looks like Schrodinger won't let me near her. But I'm not sure. I guess, is that a garnet? It's big and red. But yeah, I'll have them both sitting out here eating. It'll look like both of the two that I lost from inside. But I've got versions of them outside now. So that is some neat stuff. So let me find something to kind of separate these in, because we've already got our pan using our diamonds. So there we've got, like I said, that big one with that piece in it standing out so nice. There's another one with, you can see it's got it on the corner there. I guess those are chips. We'll definitely have to throw some in the tumbler one of these rounds. There's one with still has some rock on it. And I think that's one. I think that's a chip of garnet in there sticking out of that one. It's kind of hard to tell. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm exactly looking for on these in the rough stage. That's definitely a bright red garnet piece. A nice flat one there. How cool, man! That is excellent. And yeah, you want to check out every rock. I have to say, I went whenever I was just cleaning out the snuffer bottle on that last bag of the diamond, the Herkimer diamonds. I think that was really what was really slowing it down in there was the hematite. Really nice, fine little specks of hematite throughout it. See, I mean, that's just so black. It doesn't even look, but it has that kind of glassiness to it, like it might be. That one's you can see the red coming through on that one with the black. So, all right, well, let's hold on. All right, well, let's just try panning this out and see what we end up with after we've panned through. Because I know with the garnets from Gold Nugget Sales, they tend to hold at the bottom like the gold does. I'm seeing lots of big red chunks there like that. That's a cool cool hunk of garnet. Piece of rock there with the garnet still attached to it, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, when it's attached to the rock, it probably wants to move a little easier. I'm not sure. Like I said, I got these black pieces. But it's just a cool bag to check out. Like I said, very, very nice for them just to include that in as a bonus in that. And I didn't even see it when I did the mail call. I discovered it doing the mail call because I'll leave a link on there for the mail call for this, showing the box. I've already taken apart, but the box came with a bunch of packing boxes holding them in place. Very, very well packaged, and a note saying, please recycle the boxes, reuse the boxes, which I always tend to do. So that was cool, having a bunch of pre-packed pre-formed boxes holding in the. But yeah, I'd gone through. I thought it was just, I found my two bags, and I didn't look any farther. And then I was just taking them out during the mail call. Saw it said it was written, had garnets written on the box, and it's like, holy cow, look at this. So. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of little flakes of red showing up there. And some very cool rocks. Like I said, they got some really... See, that's a big red. That looks like a... I don't know if that would be a big red chunk of garnet there. We're throwing it in the... I'll use my spotlight on them and look at them to try to tell if they've got any clarity to them or something whenever I'm... But there's a lot of those pieces that look like that. And I just don't know. May just be black rock. Very clean stuff to go through, though. You can see real easy what you're looking for. And I'm seeing all these little, like the little chunks like that, which I guess would make this probably garnet sand here. It's just hard to tell whenever it's, I think all these dark pieces though are garnet. So very nice. Awesome to go through. Like I said, I do not have any rough garnets. All mine are polished. Table, but well, all right, well, there you go. That is a pretty nice. I still got some to go pick through on this. I'll break out the tweezers again and go through it. So we'll be back and look at this stuff all dried up and cleaned up. But very fun stuff. Really appreciate Bill's Trash and Treasure fixing us up on this one. So we'll be back. There's just a quick shot. I've been out here for quite a while, just picking through all of these garnets, and every rock that's in here, that's a rock like this, has got either, like there, it's got the garnet chip on the end of it. It's got a garnet sticking out of it there. Any of these rocks that I have, except for these yellow ones. I've saved some of these yellow ones out just because they are so cool and just have such a unique look to them. I just kind of had to pull them out separate just to take a look at them. But yeah, like I said, every piece of rock that's in here, that's, if it's got a piece of garnet sticking out of it somewhere. So very cool, really fun stuff to go through and discover this stuff. And like I said, I had to go back through the big stuff, then the small stuff, and just kept like I said, even that's got the tip of it. So just beautiful. And even the rock material that it came out of was a very unique rock. I mean, I really enjoyed going through this stuff and checking it out. There's some neat character to this stuff. So, all right, but yeah, it was like I said, I took longer going through this than I did the gold and diamonds. All right, we have quite the collection for this weigh-in and finale on our Bill's Trash and Treasure, Bill's Dirt, Paydirt. And here you see we have our dried gold. Very nice. A beautiful display of some very cool pieces of gold. Nice color. So let us set that up. Hold on, let's get set up. All right, our scale is zeroed out, or is balanced out to 20. So we are set on that. Y'all might have noticed in the last video, we had a new paper. We are officially on this video retiring our paper. This is the paper. For those of you viewers that have been with us from the start, this is what I've been using for the last year, or that I started with, my paper. We have a nice, brand new, sharp, clean, no water stains. So we are retiring this. It's done a good job. Y'all know me. I like to kind of stick with what I got, and I get attached to things, even pieces of paper. So everything's got a purpose. So let's dump it out on our new paper here. Nice, bright white and clean, sharp edges, nothing to hang. And let's just see what we got out of our Herkimer diamond with a 0.5 gram gold added. And there we go. Very nice. 0.654 grams. So we are well over our 0.5 gram guarantee on that bag. And along with that, we have some beautiful Herkimer diamonds. Which again, this is the transverse quartz, and glassy very. So actually, let's 0.654 grams on our gold. Remember that. Let us change our mode to carats. That is our carats. We'll put our gold out there. Our thing zeroes out. Let's just see how many carats of Herkimer diamonds we have off of this one. Okay. 0.0186. So I guess that would be, is that, I don't know how to read carats. If anybody has a comment on this one, because it goes with the 0 and then a big 0 gap and the 185. So I'm pretty sure it's not 185 carats of weight, but I don't think it's a 0.18 carat either, less than a quarter carat. So I don't know. This one kind of backfired on me because I thought it was going to weigh something I'd understand. But yeah, that is our. I got my seeing glasses on here, and it does say that is the carat weight. So there you have it. 0.0 big gap, 185 on the old scale for our Herkimer diamonds. And then on our beautiful garnets, let's adjust our. I do like the new tripod cap. It is very user friendly. But you can see these are all I went through for quite a while picking out very small garnets out, and there's still garnet sand, fine garnets left in there. But every one of these little pieces has a little bit of a garnet sticking out on it somewhere that I saved the rocks on, like that with the nice big red chunk in it there. Even the little pieces here. Actually, that may be a piece of the yellow that I just saved because some of this yellow rock was just so cool. But look at that one with that big chunk of garnet sticking out of it. So I'm going to our big piece with the two sides. It'd be interesting to see if I could chip out. I've seen them, getting these out, and how you don't want to break the stone. You have to break the rock away from the garnet. But that's just too cool of a piece as a display like that to mess with it. But I would be curious to see how it'd work trying to bust it out. And that's just a big. I wasn't sure if that was a garnet or not because some of these are so dark. But yeah, a very nice variety and a fun bag to go through. Just throwing in that for out of kindness And then you can see, look at those yellow rocks. There are some really cool patterns in those as well. So all in all, it was just a really fun batch of pay dirt to do between the diamonds, the gold, and the garnets. So let's return our there. Put our gold back in. Oh, that's right. We're still on carats. Actually, that looks like that says carat there. I might have been misreading it. Let's take another quick weight on that for the carat. Looks like that's CT. This is our carats. That looks more like it. Okay, there you go. That is our carat weight. I don't know what I was reading the other one, but 2.88 carats. Oh, well, damn it. I'm sitting here zoomed out. You aren't seeing any of that, are you? Sorry about that. 2.8788 is what our weight was on that carat weight. So 2.88, 2.87 carats of our Herkimer diamonds. Okay, well that's good. Now I feel better about that. I didn't know what that number was we were reading before. So, all right. Now that we've got that situated out, let's check our total on it. So let's get a look at this beautiful gold up close and personal. And sorry, it's touching the don't touch the the stand. But check out, very nice. We got some small pieces. We got our big chunks. We got some very nice. There's that cool arched piece that we had first thing. Another couple of nice flaky chunks. Our big round. This is very dense and round here. This little nugget there. But just beautiful stuff. Again, fun to get out. And so on the day that I ordered this, July 27th. That's too much. There we go. On July 27th, gold was going for $1,727.99 an ounce. I got this bag. Like I said, this was the $9 Herkimer diamond bag, and I added the gold, which brought it up to $55. So first thing we do is take off $9 for the cost of the diamonds off of this. I take off another $5 for the shipping on this bag because it was split between the other two. Normally it would be a $10 shipping. Actually, they paid more than that to ship this to me than they charged me on it because she packed it so well in the box. But like I said, we have to go with the numbers that we have. So that gave us at 0.650 grams, which was what it settled out to. We had a $36.11 gold value. Our material value was $41 after we take off postage and the diamonds, which gives us an 88% ROI on the Herkimer diamond bag for our gold. And then again, whatever the value of the diamonds may be, which again, like I said, these are collectibles for people that are definitely in the collect. Like I said, there's that one piece that was the dark that kind of looked like, I wasn't sure if it was a dark. Where's my little poker go? Damn it! I swear to God, I have more trouble keeping up with toothpicks. But I mean, yeah, you can see. Like I said, those are some beautiful. The clarity of these are awesome. The faceting on them. So, like I said, I'm not sure what that one it held on, but that's a reject. We're gonna kick that one off the. Oh, I'll have to find things on the ground. Like I said, it had a little bit of quartzy looking edge to it, but it does not have the same look as these. So yes, very, very beautiful, very cool for my first time messing with the diamonds. So yeah, made for a very cool bag combination there of gold and diamonds. And then you throw Then you throw in the ruby bag on the side, and it was a gem cavalcade, golden gem cavalcade of material here. So let's set that back safely. I'm a little gun shy just for the last 2 weeks of fumbling around with my stuff. So, and then like I said, our beautiful garnets that were very fun to recover, and some beautiful stuff. And even, like I said, even the material that this came in was a very unique looking rock. A very neat material to go through. So, all right. Well, that looks like we've got another one wrapped up and in the books for this edition, and some very cool stuff and material from Bill's Dirt, put out by Bill's Trash and Treasure, Jan and Bill. So I have to say thank you so much for that again. Really fun. I'll put a link, though. Like I said, there'll be a link to this in my description box, along with the other channels we mentioned: Gold Nugget Sales, Gold Vlog, Doug Odette, and well, y'all know who I talked about earlier. You'll look in the, and then Jan's connected for Jan's for Bill's Dirt, and Jan's channel, Bill's Trash and Treasure. So I guess that. And again, I gotta do it. I gotta say it. Congratulations to everyone, because Liz Cheney, the disgusting rhino, was literally slaughtered in Wyoming this week. Wiped off the map. 40 points, almost a 40-point loss to her Trump-supported candidate opponent. And I mean, just think about it, people. How awesome. Donald Trump has single-handedly wiped out the Bush, the Clinton, and now the warmongering Cheney dynasties of Washington, and of the uniparty, Republican Democrat holding this country hostage the way they have. So I just got to say it, man. It is a win across the board for America to have that horrible skank. And if you need to go and watch her press conference, she had the audacity, this delusional bitch, to compare herself to Abraham Lincoln and General Grant, as she's just been slaughtered by her state. And the disgusting thing is, there's still 49,000 people that voted for her there, even though I mean, it's only a state of about 500,000 people, barely, so it's not much but still, just the fact that 49,000 people are stupid enough on the Republican Party to vote for this rhino skank is, that kind of says it for what we're dealing with within the Republican Party. That's why we're America first, and that's why we're going to stay America first in the MAGA, ultra MAGA party. So, yeah, that is a win for the country, win for us, and like I said, we are just getting rolling. So, that being said, till the next time, my friends, Bayou Gold Guy here, saying thank you so much for joining us, liking, subscribing, commenting on the channels, being in the live chat. All of it means so much. It's great for the channel, and it's great fun. And like I said, we're gonna keep on rolling and doing what we do. And I hope you stay with us. So it's going to be a roller coaster here coming up the next 3 months for sure. So thank you so much again, and peace out, my friends.